Hi, I'm John with FluiDyne Fluid Power, and today we're going to go over how to identify a vane pump when a customer brings it into you off of a piece of equipment with no identification on it or any markings on it. We get calls from a lot of customers trying to put together a model code so that they can quote their customer, and we're constantly going back and forth with trying to get information on the product that's brought in. So what we'll do is we'll go through a quick little scenario and figure out what the pump is and things to look for so you can have all the information when you call us. We can quote you faster, and then you can get the quote back onto your customer faster. So the first thing you want to do is measure the pilot. That's usually a pretty good sign on what size of pump it's going to be. This pilot here is a B pilot 4-inch, so we know it's a 25 size. It is a single. They do have doubles and some triples, but this particular one is a single. So this is a 25. Another sign is measuring your ports. Your ports are only specific for a certain size of pump. So if you get the measurements on that, write it down and bring that information when you call us. Another thing is the inside of the pump. There's two different types of cartridge kits. You can have a V or a VQ. Those are the most common. There is another high pressure kit, but it's not very common, so we're not going to really cover that one right now. Another thing is before you take it apart, make sure you stamp or mark how the porting is on here. These two ports right here are considered inline, so that would be a C porting in your model code. So after you get all that written down and you figure that out, then you can go ahead and pull the cover off of it. And if the cartridge kit comes out of it, that's fine. Just don't change the position of the cartridge kit, because that's going to determine rotation, and we're going to need to know that also. So once you get the cover off, if the cartridge kit stays in, you can turn the shaft towards you and look at it, and there'll be an arrow somewhere on this cartridge kit, and you'll want to look at that arrow which way it's turning, and that's going to determine rotation. Also on this cartridge kit is either a part number or a size for the cartridge, 17, 24, something like that. So that's going to also determine what size the cartridge kit is. This particular kit with the flex plates is a VQ, so we'll know it's a VQ when we start to put the model code together. They do have two different kits. Solid plates is a standard V. This particular one with the flex plate, again, it's a VQ. Once we get all that information down, then you can pull the kit out and look inside if it's a single bearing or a double bearing. This looks like it's a single, so it's a standard pump. The shaft on here, standard 7/8-13. If you're not sure or it looks different, make sure you measure the diameter of either the splines or the keyed and the length from the pilot face all the way to the end of the shaft. This particular one, as I mentioned, is a standard. It's a 7/8-13, which would call out a number 11 in the model code. Once we get all that information and you give it to us, it makes it a lot easier for us to give you a code and pass the quote on to your customer. This particular unit would be a 25VQ 21A11C22. There is no, we do have an R at the end of the model code, so if you see your model code with an R, that's just right hand. We do have these new in our FluiDyne, which are direct replacements for any OEM type of 25V or VQ unit. And I do have one right here. As you can see, it is a direct replacement along with the cartridge kit. So all of our internal parts also are direct replacements for any Vickers OEM vane type of product. That's an easy way to relay information to us so that we can speed up the quoting process to you. So that's it for this one. Don't forget to check out our other YouTube videos. Come to our website. We have live chat if you have any questions, or you can give us a call.